Hey guys, in today's video, let's talk all things lip lines, those pesky wrinkles that appear around the mouth, most notably on the skin between your nose and upper lip, and the skin between your chin and lower lip. Now, these tend to appear anywhere between your mid-30s, early 40s, depending on your lifestyle habits, cumulative lifetime sun exposure, and of course genetics likely plays a role as well. These wrinkles, as with other prominent wrinkles on the face, appear because of similar underlying root causes. First of all, with age, we naturally start producing less collagen, and we also are slower to repair damaged collagen. Now, loss of collagen and collagen degradation is accelerated by sun exposure. And the other factor playing a role here is simply the mechanical aspect of muscle contraction creasing the skin and favoring the formation of these particular lip lines, lip wrinkles. And for some people, they just have more forceful contractions and overall more expressive face, and they may be more inclined to have more prominent wrinkles around the mouth. Along those lines, I often get questions regarding straws. People have heard online that drinking out of a straw, because you are using that muscle, is going to increase the chances that you develop prominent wrinkles around the mouth. Some people advocate avoiding drinking out of a straw. I will say it makes sense that it may contribute to the formation of wrinkles around the mouth, but I would say rather than going out of your way to never drink out of a straw, which for a lot of people is simply unrealistic. You know, for example, some people really need to use a straw to drink properly. It's much better to focus on sun protection, because that is really the main driving force aside from your genetics. But the other big player in the formation of wrinkles around the mouth is smoking. People who smoke, whether it be tobacco or vaping, put themselves at a much greater risk for lip wrinkles that are more prominent, more obvious, and come about much earlier. If you think about it, the action of smoking utilizes those muscle groups, so you are basically contracting them a lot more. And also, the problem with smoking and why it plays such a role in accelerated aging is it has a negative impact on the blood flow to the skin. It impairs good circulation because of its negative effects on the blood vessels, and it also generates a lot of free radicals, which lead to damage of structures in the skin and contribute to premature skin aging. Smoking also depletes your skin's antioxidant reservoirs that are necessary to help battle the damaging effects of environmental exposures like ultraviolet radiation, pollution, etc. Smoking is a modifiable behavior that will prevent early onset severe wrinkles around the mouth, around the forehead. If you are smoking, stopping smoking can help in preventing exacerbation of wrinkle formation. Regardless of if you smoke or not, if you have lip lines, let's set the record straight first and foremost. There's not going to be a skincare product, anything that you can buy in the store, any sort of at-home remedy that will get rid of them. Those deep wrinkles that are noticeable at rest, there's nothing that is going to get rid of them. But there are things that you can do to soften and improve the appearance of the wrinkles. First and foremost, of course, is protecting your skin from the sun by, wearing sunscreen. The other thing you can do at home to improve the look of wrinkles around the mouth is a red light LED mask. This works via something called photobiomodulation to improve collagen production and have a wrinkle smoothing effect. Now, it's not going to erase really prominent wrinkles, so you have to set your expectations going into it, but it can soften and smooth them, and it also can improve the appearance of wrinkles on other parts of your face, of course. The thing you also have to realize when it comes to doing red light therapy at home is that it works, but you have to continue using the device in order to maintain those results. Then my other favorite skincare ingredient that can improve collagen and help with, in theory, slowing down collagen loss via its suppressive effects on UV activated matrix metalloproteinase activity, which destroys collagen, is some form of topical vitamin A, whether it be prescription retinoid or a cosmetic retinol or retinaldehyde. It can improve collagen production and soften the appearance of wrinkles, as well as help to address any overlying surface changes like sunspots, skin yellowing to a certain extent. However, you need to be careful because when it comes to especially prescription retinoids around the mouth, but also the cosmetic ones as well, if you get them near the corners of your mouth, it can end up being very irritating, and it can be irritating on the lips. So be careful in that regard. And what I suggest doing if you're going to use a retinol or retinaldehyde or a prescription retinoid is before you apply it, put a little petroleum jelly on your lips in the corners of your mouth, especially because if that form of topical vitamin A, it's like right here, it can be just very, very irritating. Now, I will list in the description box some retinols and retinaldehydes that I recommend. Also, don't underestimate the power of consistent moisturizing. The humectants in moisturizers will help improve the water content of the top layer of the skin, and this has a subtle softening and wrinkle smoothing effect. Now, it's not really going to, again, get rid of those prominent lip lines, those deep creases, but it can sort of soften the edges just by hydration and space filling a bit, making them less obvious. I'm telling you, if there's something you can do in your skincare routine that really, really, really yields a cosmetic bang for your buck, it's simply staying consistent with moisturizing. Along with age-related loss of collagen, our skin also loses the ability to retain moisture as well, and a moisturizer can definitely help this out by slowing down water loss and via the delivery of humectants, helping to hydrate the outermost layer. It doesn't have to be an expensive moisturizer. They all effectively will reduce water loss. Choose the one that you like the most. Alternatively, if you really want to lock in moisture into the skin, try an ointment, petroleum jelly. Now, not everyone tolerates petroleum jelly on the face, aka Vaseline, but it can be an effective way to really moisturize and hydrate the skin. Let me know in the comments if you are a fan of doing the slugging method, and if so, do you find it has helped in the appearance of wrinkles around your mouth? Have you guys seen those wrinkle straws? I'll show you an image of what they look like. Should you invest in one of those instead of drinking out of your regular straw? While they can't hurt and potentially they might help, it's not as though we have any clinical trials of people who use those straws versus ordinary straws and comparing the wrinkles around their mouth. If you really want to be extra, you can do the thing we used to do as kids where you put your finger over the opening of the straw and it'll draw up fluid, and then you can drop it into your mouth like some sort of hummingbird. That seems a bit over the top, but maybe you are motivated to do something like that and you don't want to buy a special drinking straw to reduce motion around your mouth. Like I said though, none of these skincare products are going to get rid of prominent wrinkles around the mouth. But there are a variety of cosmetic procedures that you can pursue that can definitely improve them quite a bit, make a noticeable difference in decreasing their depth. And for some people, basically erase them, again, depending on the overall severity of what you are dealing with. But first and foremost, if you are smoking, you have got to stop, because that is going to just keep you going several steps back. It really pushes the gas on prominent aging, wrinkle formation, etc. Not to mention, it's really, really bad for your health. As far as things that you can pursue, there is neuromodulator. Botox is the one that you hear the most about, but there are a variety of other neuromodulators out there. How these work is by reducing the release of acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction where they are placed, and this cuts down on the muscle contraction around the mouth. It primarily works by reducing wrinkles with motion. However, clinical experience suggests that it also may help to soften existing wrinkles. And if you're going, how exactly does that work? You need to check out my most recent video all about the trend of getting preventative Botox. Prominent wrinkles around the mouth also can be addressed by filler. Filler essentially replaces lost volume to fill in that space, as the name implies, and some filler may help in stimulating new collagen formation in the long run. Then there are a variety of resurfacing lasers. Ablative and non-ablative lasers around the mouth can improve the appearance of wrinkles. One energy-based treatment that I have lots of videos on is something called radio frequency microneedling, where basically it's like microneedling, and that little channels are created which do stimulate wound healing pathways that lead to collagen production and cell renewal. But this particular modality combines it with delivering radio frequency energy that essentially heats up the deeper layers, stimulating new collagen formation, and that definitely can rejuvenate the skin quite a bit and improve the look of prominent wrinkles. Speaking of devices, there is a relatively newer device called Tixel, and I have some videos talking about this. If you'll recall, when I was reacting to some of Brian Johnson's complex anti-aging rejuvenation routines, he was pursuing, at least at the time, I haven't kept up with him, but at the time he was pursuing Tixel. Tixel is a newer energy-based device that combines heat and mechanical energy, creates little micro channels, and delivers short bursts of heat to a very precise location in the skin to stimulate collagen pathways that lead to remodeling and smoothing out of wrinkles. And it can be particularly effective for wrinkles around the mouth. And it also has an exfoliating aspect to it, and therefore can also improve the surface appearance of the skin. So if you have age spots, sunspots around the mouth, this can help. It may also, to a certain extent, rejuvenate the appearance of the skin in such a way to mitigate skin yellowing, which is another aspect of age-related change to the skin, including around the mouth. All right, so that's an overview of why they form, the contributing factors, things to avoid, things that you can do in your routine that can improve the appearance of them, and a handful of cosmetic treatments that can improve the appearance of them. Now, when it comes to what is the best cosmetic treatment, you need to see a board-certified dermatologist or plastic surgeon in person for an evaluation to really assess what's going to be right for you, because treatments are tailored to the individual, and it may vary from person to person depending on what exactly you have going on and what your goals are. Now, I will conclude this video touching on another popular trend when it comes to improving wrinkles, and that is facial massage. Whether it be just massaging the area or whether it be gua sha. A lot of people like to try these things in an effort to improve the appearance of wrinkles. While these techniques certainly can be relaxing, they are not an evidence-based way to improve wrinkles. They may help with improving blood flow to the skin. In theory, that can help with delivering growth factors, which are necessary for healing and recovery pathways. But set your expectations. If you are motivated to do these things, they will not remove existing wrinkles, but they're not necessarily harmful to you unless, of course, you have rosacea. They may aggravate your skin, so be careful. But there's no literature out there with regards to facial massage or gua sha or jade rolling or any of those sort of holistic interventions for wrinkles. There's really no literature there to support that, and mechanistically it doesn't make a lot of sense, at least in terms of actually correcting existing wrinkles. All right, y'all, that's a wrap up of wrinkles around the mouth. I really hope this video was informative and educational. Speaking of Brian Johnson and his complex anti-aging routine, I'm going to link one of my more recent videos reacting to his routine. I think I go into detail with regards to Tixel. So if you want to learn more about that, then check that video out. But if you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.